Hey everybody, Rhadamant here. Thanks for tuning in to the Outworld Supernova difficulty. So we left off, we have been making Nyoka and Max much stronger than they normally are, in the hopes of being able to tackle Tartarus. I figured Tartarus was actually going to be a legitimate challenge, given that a lot of the other places and quests we've been doing lately have been really easy, because they aren't sequential up until this point. But now, everything's been culminating to this fight, meaning that all of the ace-sequential quests had to be easier, and now this is going to be a lot harder, and my suspicions have been confirmed. It is a bit harder.
Now it's our turn. The board will never own Groundbreaker.
Look at this.
Not while I breathe. Push on, Mardets.
So, Junlei Tennyson sent some Mardets here to back me up. That's pretty thoughtful. I'm going to need the backup. Oh, look at them. And I brought these guys because they can shoot, knock down, and take enemies out of combat. Now, it looks like there's a ton of stuff to loot around here, as you can see, but I don't want to spend my time looting because there's just a lot of stuff. I'll loot some of the bodies, but I'm not going to make it a focus to grab everything because there's just too much. Oh, hello. Ouch. Make sure I have some time dilation to apply status effects. Seems to be the key here. Alright, was there any reason for me to come into this guard shack? Other than some Adreno and armor? No, not really. Alright, Mardets. Can't get through that door. Guards here. I say I wouldn't loot so much, and then here I am looting. Okay, I can get through this one. I am running out of mad picks pretty quick, though. Oh, so you just... Yeah, okay. I guess they're gonna stay there.
I call this place the Labyrinth.
The Labyrinth.
Perhaps we should all meditate on that as we make our descent.
I've gotta admit, I'm not too keen on walking into a prison. They lock me up, I'm liable to kill everyone trying to get back out.
Well, don't let them lock you up then. Just kill them.
Making tracks.
Alright, so there's a lot of little... Well, let's take a look.
I suppose it would be too late to back out now, huh? Fear not, Captain. I'll watch your back.
I'm gonna go the stealth approach. Ooh, ouch.
That's the last of them.
I doubt it. Oh, jeez. Yep, definitely enjoying this sniper rifle. Oops. As I'm able to calmly pick through their numbers in systematic fashion, which doesn't endanger me too bad. Sealed. The one thing I gotta be careful of is having like a swarm of them see me all at once.
Will do, Captain.
Alright, you guys stay here. I don't exactly know where I'm headed, but I do know that I don't want to have to fight hundreds of them at once. Sounds like there's a robot right there. Alright, there was a technician here. Oh, and a medical drone. Oh, and there is a combat bot or something like that right below me. Seems like I can parkour up here. Better vantage point. Oh yeah, there's a lot of them. Oops.
We have a fight on our hands.
Perfection.
Lightly squeeze the trigger, don't jerk it, because otherwise I'll miss.
Go.
We'll be over quickly.
That may have pissed off a lot of them.
Your life was merely an
But that's why I
illusion
brought these
anyway.
guys.
To shred, you say?
I'll take your confession now. Your victory is their defeat.
That's how combat works, buddy. My victory is their defeat. Yet that is indeed how combat works. Oh, cracked my ankle. You're welcome. Alright. I'm filling up pretty fast full of stuff. I'm also... Oh, hello. I was going to say, I'm pretty sure I haven't killed them all off yet.
Here's a little
And that is
trick I
true.
learned in prison.
Use up the abilities. Shoot a bunch of them. Get more abilities.
I am a storm.
Not bad, not bad.
I'm
Nyoka
going.
got hurt, but I kept her alive. Of course, we have multiple revives. Not to forget about that. I sure haven't. I would like, very dearly, to be able to sell some stuff, because I bankrupted my bits in order to fund this battle. And I don't really have the ability to sell... Oh, hello. That was not the gun I thought it was. That's alright.
Never anger a man of the cloth.
Oh boy. Nyoka, you looking pretty hurt. Alright, I have a lot of TTD. You got him. Nope, nope, not fully. Back off my troops.
Done. We're still alive.
You are still alive, yes. Alright, I looted all them, but not you guys. Do I have stuff in my inhaler? I do. I don't know if this was the easiest way. I feel like I kind of just YOLO'd into the whole crowd here or something. Deadeye. Ooh. Don't mind if I do. There seems to be a lot of side paths
On my way.
and the like that I did not fully explore. And a vending machine, that's what I wanted. Today's password. Surcharge. No surcharge. Awesome. See, I don't think any of the armor I picked up is going to be better than what they already have. No, that really isn't. Alright, so let's sell all that as well. Oh, you know what? I also didn't sell my junk either. That was a fair bit of junk. Don't really need bypass shunts. I need mostly mag picks. Well, I'm very poor, so I'm going to poke around for more loot. Oh, that looks very tasty to get into, but I can't. Don't have the skill. Alright, it wants me to go forward, but given how everything has been very combat-oriented, I feel like, you know, and it's been tough too. I'm a little wary. Oh, no, let that land on my head. Can't hack that. So I'm gonna have to go around somehow. I'm assuming this way.
Here we go.
Don't mess with us.
I guess this was an alternative route. As was maybe the tracks on the upside. But I'm okay just laying waste to all of them. Is this going to get a lot harder? Oh, we've got repair and improve stations. And a lot of vending machines. This is giving me... Yeah, it's about to be a big old fight in the next room. I know it. I'm not spoiling anything, it's just when the game gives you a ton of different vending machines, what they mean to say is, we're about to try to kill you. And I ain't no fool. That's exactly what they're gonna do in a moment here. Is there anything I can do? No, I'm too poor to tinker. Transition to the pit. Alright, I don't like the way that sounds, but that's where we're headed. Oh boy, it is full of enemy. Okay, some really, really, really close.
do it.
never turn my
I'll
back
keep my
to
head down.
Wait, he died in one shot? They shouldn't be getting easier. I guess they are recruits. I don't like the, to go the path that they want me to go. I'm gonna go the path less traveled here. Sneaky, sneaky. Okay, that's a named person. Melody. Pacification gas. Did I just gas everyone unconscious? I don't seem to have done that. They all seem to be upright.
I'm working as fast as I can, all right? If y'all would quit bothering me, I'd get this done sooner.
Hey, this terminal's asking me for a passcode. Do you know it?
Of course. Why?
I want it.
Well, we don't always get what we want. Go on. Let me do my job.
All right. I guess I already knew the passcode, maybe? I don't know. There was a bunch of, I don't know, they're leaving their passcodes everywhere. Well, the pacification gas didn't seem to really work. Or at least it didn't work on the guards that were outside, because they're still upright and conscious. So let's proceed carefully. Nice.
Don't mess with us. Got a fight on our hands.
Ow. Your shots hurt a lot.
Everyone all right?
Yeah, we're okay. Don't love the N-ray. That stuff does a lot of damage. It's telling me to go to there. I don't know how I feel about leaving guards unmurdered. Kind of want to get to the other control room, see what's going on out there. Let me eat some food for a little regen, though.
Fine hit, Captain.
That guard seemed to have teleported a bit. Pods. And you never know when you're going to need more consumables. That's why I'm just grabbing a bunch. I left a bunch back on the ship, but
This is like a bad dream I once had.
so this is where I came in. I think there's guards underneath me. Oh, maybe they're on the deck below me. It's going to be very hard to line up fair shots on them, though. So let's just go to the quest point, the way marker. Seem to have neutralized this floor good enough. Maybe they were above me.
Should be fun.
Don't mess with us!
The captain's here. Let's go. I want to see all of you busting ass.
Ooh, we've got the Iconoclast coming to help.
May you find peace in death.
Look at us fling them around. There's a lot of them coming up, though.
I am a storm.
Nyoka, you're almost dead. Can you be a storm somewhere safer?
I've had quite enough of you.
Come on, peek. Peek, peek, peek.
Whoa! Down!
Here I go.
Telling them to stay put. Oh.
One all right?
Alright, what was some of that elite armor? 84. That's pretty good. But how does that compare? 101 to 89? 107? No, that's worse. What about for you? 78? This will be better. 89. Alright, so Chimera, you are retired. Big old commander, I'm gonna wait. Oh, hi. How have you not noticed me? You guys aren't bright, are you?
Today.
I love when they cower. Makes it very easy.
Me. Take him down.
It's fun that they can teleport.
To shreds, you say?
Now,
May you
go away.
find peace in death.
No slashy for you. I don't really positively know I'm going the right way. But I'll try to figure it out. So it wants me to go... Oh, it's Chairman Rockwell. Okay. Hi.
Well, look who it is.
Yep.
I'll be damned. I was prepping the studio for our announcement, and here you are as a bonus. Ah, I knew I smelled Monarch when you lot walked in. The stench of sulfur, depression, and desperate bravado is unmistakable.
Keep talking, you'll be smelling iron. Ain't nobody so important I won't put a bullet in him.
And the convict, the vicar. You know, most people, once they're out of prison, don't seem keen on returning.
Oh, I would go anywhere to see you fall, sir.
When you go off and get yourself shot, try to avoid taking one to the face. I'll want it recognizable to show to my citizens.
Get out of my way, Rockwell.
I'm not in your way, you dullard. You talk to me. You want to go die in a blaze of glory? Be my guest. Besides, I don't know what you think you're doing here, but Sophia's doing good work up there with Phineas. Your efforts will be in vain.
I'll see for myself when I get to him. Well, you better believe I was gonna kill this idiot.
That one's done. Here's a little trick I learned in prison.
Bye-bye, arm. Bye-bye, bad robot.
That's the last of them.
Well, buddy. Who's the dullard now? Who's the dullard now? It's you, by the way. Blah, 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 about cameras, blah, blah. Whole bunch of components. Alright. Boss fight incoming? Oh, maybe not. Just more floor. Everyone here is iconoclast, so I think I'm good to go up. Guards. When to learn the last time I saved? 16 minutes into the series, so yeah, it would be bad time if I died.
This will be over quickly. What's that armor?
Yeah, the one problem with Supernova is if I die, ooh, my progress gets set back a lot.
I'll take your confession now. One hit. Behind you, Captain.
Ow. I know, I feel him. Alright, well, Nyoka died temporarily, so she's on cooldown. But she got revived from her passive, not my active revive ability. I obviously should have picked fights a little more carefully. Oh, you know, you guys could have helped me like a moment ago. Whatever.
Everything in... My life has been leading up
Alright, so let's go
to this point.
heal Nyoka.
I am...
And what do we want? We want headshot and armor.
I believe I am ready for this.
Take a breath now, folks. Once we're up there, I suspect we ain't gonna have time to stop shooting.
Captain, you have an uncanny talent for complicating my life.
I do.
You've disrupted the balance of power. You've upset the natural order of things. You've introduced uncertainty, and there is nothing I despise more than uncertainty.
It's over, Sophia. Stand down.
I'm afraid I can't do that. For all your talents, you are the enemy of Halcyon, and therefore you are my enemy.
I'm here for Phineas. Let him go.
You make a nuanced and compelling argument. Here's my rebuttal. No. Dr. Wells is being held in my custody. His cooperation will prove invaluable, even if I have to beat it out of him. All that's left to do is put down this riot, arrest you, and then get on with the bloody business of saving this colony.
Let's talk about this.
Fair enough. I'm giving you exactly one chance to parley with me.
I destroyed your experiments in the Ministry. Your plan's never going to work.
Yes, I'm quite aware of your brazen act of corporate vandalism. By the way, those test subjects you killed, they died in agony. My scientists assure me they can recover the data you've destroyed. You've succeeded in temporarily delaying our research. Nothing more.
Your scientists are lying to you. The research is critically flawed.
That isn't true. It can't be. You're trying to manipulate me. That experiment was absolutely essential to the program. My scientists assured me they were close to a breakthrough. They gave me their word.
You know I'm right. I can see it in your eyes.
Damn you. You are telling the truth. My scientists have been lying to me, and I was stupid enough to trust them at their word. We're going to have to start all over again. All that research, all those experiments, you've set us back decades. You were always an unknown variable. I tried to recruit you, but you threw your lot in with that madman, Phineas Wells.
Let's settle this.
This prison is equipped with an automechanical warden. I've had it programmed to eliminate you on sight and rinse your remains down a drain. And don't worry, I will inform Dr. Wells that you died heroically or something.
Alright, an automechanical warden. Yeah, that thing's big. When's the last time I... No, I still haven't had an autosave. So if I die here, oof, is all I can say. Is there a way around it? There is, just not for me. Alright, Nyoka and Vicar Max, this is going to be nasty. So I'm going to have you... Oh, nope, again, sealed.
I'm going.
Stay up here for now. And then what I'm going to probably do is load myself up full of bonus. Alright, so what do I want? I want increased headshot damage, more health, less ability cooldown, more base health, more TTD, armor rating, harmful status, although I don't think that's going to be an issue. Alright, I'm just going to try to use their abilities and just power through this fight.
I am a storm. Never anger a man of the cloth.
Oh, we are barely tickling it. Oh, and there's a ton of other robots that are coming in to help. That's not good. But they keep getting their abilities off cooldown, so I'm just going to keep powering through these abilities.
I'll take your confession now.
Oh man, this is quite a fight. Yep, feeling very screwed. So I haven't used my revive on them yet, but they're obviously becoming totally swamped and overwhelmed. As am I. Alright, they're revived.
I've had quite enough of
Whew.
you.
Alright, come on, don't die again. Don't die again. Oh, all the robots came back? Are you kidding? Kill it, kill it, kill it, kill it! Woo! Oh boy. Oh my god. Alright, I was right to be scared of that fight. That was brutal. That was a lot of combat drones. Well, sucks that I'm, robophobic. Technophobic, whatever. I don't know. Whatever trait that was. So, yeah, it just kept sending drone after drone. But I won. Alright, Nyoka's topped up. I'm topped up. Let's put the buffers back into my inhaler. Hibernation key inserted. And definitely gonna repair. Oh man. No autosaves yet, so don't die or I'll have to fight that again.
Why won't you just don't?
I don't die because I'm strong.
Kill.
Bye-bye.
Get me out of here.
Whew. Tartarus, we're done.
You don't know how glad I am to see you. You did the right thing. Akande was a monster. Her death was much deserved, and long overdue. And you lunatic, you broke into the board's own fortress just to rescue one doddering old man. You are absolutely out of your mind, and I can't begin to thank you enough.
Are you alright? What did they do to you?
I'm all right, thanks to you. Akande wanted my cooperation. I'm quite sure she would have beaten it out of me if you hadn't arrived. You've broken the board's stranglehold on this colony, and you saved my life. But there's still so much we have yet to accomplish. You and I are going to have to work harder than ever to save Halcyon. I'm afraid the situation is far worse than any of us ever anticipated.
I don't like the sound of that at all.
Earth has gone dark. We haven't received a single message in 3 years. There's been no communication, no signals, nothing. 2 years ago, the Earth's Directorate's frigate disappeared on their way back to Earth. We don't know what they discovered when they arrived, or if they arrived at all.
So we've got to make do on our own. Seems to me that'll make us stronger in the end anyhow.
You're quite right. We've got no choice but to make do on our own.
Earth is only an idea to us, but that idea is the bedrock the colony is built upon. If people were to find out it's gone dark, the shock could be too much to bear.
I don't want to imagine what'll happen once news gets out. Let's just keep this between us for now. We're in serious trouble, my friend. Do you know what this means for Halcyon? We can't rely on Earth for support anymore. We've been cut loose. We're entirely on our own.
We have a lot of work ahead of us then. Let's get started.
Yes, you're right. The road is long, and we haven't a moment to waste. We must begin the revival process immediately, starting with the Hope's brightest minds, and then we're going to fix this damn colony, one problem at a time. We're going to need a leader, and I can't imagine a better person for the job than you. What do you say, old friend? Will you help us?
You can count on me. I'll help you revive the other colonists.
I can't tell you how glad I am to hear that. When I revived you, I thought we were going to save this colony all by ourselves, but I was wrong. We can't save Halcyon on our own. We're all going to have to pull together, somehow. We are not a colony anymore. Our last connection to Earth has been severed. I don't know if we'll survive, but we're going to have to try our best.
The OSI teaches that everything in the universe happens according to the grand plan. But the stranger that arrived in Halcyon was an unplanned variable. From the moment he landed in Emerald Vale, his actions altered the course of history. The events on Tartarus brought about the end of the board's authority. But the board's mistakes would haunt the colony for decades to come. The damage they left behind would require the work of a generation to repair. Dr. Phineas Wells began reviving a handful of the Hope's colonists. Engineers, scientists, technicians, and intellectuals. They were among the brightest minds the Earth had ever sent out into the stars. The Hope scientists and engineers woke up in a colony descending headlong into total collapse. With no way to return to Earth, they had no choice but to band together and devote themselves to the cause of saving Halcyon. The people of Halcyon were nothing if not hardy. In the absence of the board's authority, many of the colony's settlements banded together with a single purpose in mind: survival. Life was especially hard in the years to come. Some towns dissolved by attrition and starvation, but most of them found a way to carry on. In the years to come, Halcyon was forced to reckon with its newfound freedom. The board was gone, and for better or worse, the colony was responsible for its own destiny. As the colony struggled to survive, the inspirational story of the iconoclast spread like wildfire. Zora's focus on logistics made for a safer monarch, where the iconoclasts enjoyed a surge of new blood looking to join the ranks from struggling townships. Life on Monarch slowly improved from a desperate fight for survival to prosperous growth and more permanent strength. Consumed by paranoia, Lilia Hagen took Sublight Salvage in a controversial direction, openly accusing board officials of an extraterrestrial conspiracy. One day, an accident at the Groundbreaker's docking bay silenced her forever. Time would tell if her replacement could keep the Sublight family together. The collapse of Edgewater left its workers bereft of any purpose in life. Most of them made their way to Adelaide McDevitt's camp, hoping to ingratiate themselves into her favor. Adelaide accepted only a few to her community. The rest were turned away and likely died of starvation. Nevertheless, Adelaide's camp grew into a well-established town. Adelaide McDevitt refused to cooperate with the ongoing effort to save Halcyon from collapse. A sympathetic deserter stole a copy of her research and delivered it to the Hope's scientists. It is unclear how useful Adelaide's research was. An optimistic estimate suggests her work may have bought Halcyon another few years of survival. Adelaide would never know. She died that winter. Under the leadership of Junlei Tennyson, the Groundbreaker held firm against corporate influence. The ship's mechanical stability gave Junlei the time to educate a promising generation of engineers schooled in her family's traditions. The future of the Groundbreaker looks promising. The rediscovery of the Hope and the abandonment of the lifetime employment program forced Byzantium to come to terms with some uncomfortable realities about the state of Halcyon. While Byzantines were reluctant to surrender the luxuries they'd grown accustomed to, the board's diminished authority gave them little choice in the matter. Nearly everyone had to learn to make do with less. Some even had to get jobs. It was a dark time indeed. Your influence shifted Ellie's perspective. She finally admitted, albeit grudgingly, that she just might need other people. Sometimes. With a steady income from the life insurance payouts, she was finally able to afford a ship of her own. She hired a small crew and flew supply missions to communities on the fringe. Some of them were even legal. Life in Halcyon was sobering for Felix Millstone. The grand revolution he dreamed of never came. There was no great awakening for the colony, no celebrations in the streets. There was only the hard, desperate work of trying to repair a broken colony. Felix never had a head for numbers, but if there was labor to be done, he was there to help. Eventually, Felix realized that the work of a revolution was done with two hands. As much as he enjoyed his adventures aboard the Unreliable, the vicar, known as Max, eventually decided that it was time to move on, to live out the life he had sought so long to create. He knew there were many in the colony who carried burdens much worse than the ones he had struggled with, and he devoted himself to easing their suffering wherever he could. He only ever took up arms again to defend the defenseless. Unshackled from a lifetime of striving and fighting the universe and himself, Vicar Maximilian de Soto was finally at peace. Once the matter with the Hope colonists was resolved, Junlei bashfully asked Parvati if she'd like to join her permanently on the Groundbreaker, and Parvati enthusiastically, if somewhat awkwardly, agreed. The stories of her adventures spread across the colony, and Parvati soon found herself the center of attention. Having served as the engineer of a renowned spacecraft, tramp freighters and wildcat miners sought her out by name, and in no time, she was a fixture in the Groundbreaker's mechanical ecosystem. She and Junlei were never far apart. Nyoka returned to Monarch to take another crack at making a permanent life for herself. She formed the Charon Group, a mercenary outfit of ragtag survivalists and wilderness experts. Anyone in need of a guide, or just looking to throw back a beer and swap stories, could find her camping on the trail or clearing an infestation. The SAM unit that accompanied you spread awareness of the product line's superior sanitation and maintenance capabilities across what was left of the colony. This led to a boost in SAM unit sales. Did you know that SAM units are the longest-lasting, toughest-acting cleaning solution in Halcyon? Though Minister Clark was eventually released from house arrest, long years of isolation left him a changed man. little suited for bureaucratic work or for the colony that was changing around him. He remained in his estate largely by choice, fading from public view. As for Dr. Phineas Wells, he spent his remaining years in his orbital lab. Though he was always haunted by the failures of his past, he was determined to make things right by building toward the future. Dr. Wells was able to revive many more scientists and engineers than he first expected, thanks to the additional batch of chemicals you stole from the Ministry. Wells never forgot about the human lives that were lost in acquiring these chemicals. The revival project was hard and painful work, but in the end, despite limited resources, over half the Hope's colonists were successfully revived. Even after Wells passed away, the Hope scientists and engineers worked night and day to pull Halcyon from the brink of collapse. Their efforts continue to this day, which may be reason enough for optimism. Dr. Wells laid the groundwork for the project to save the colony, but he would never live to see the fruits of his labor. He passed away a few years later. His work was carried on by the scientists and engineers he revived. Life will never be the same in Halcyon. It is widely agreed that the colony has a chance of stabilizing within a generation, owing to the hard work and determination of the surviving colonists. Recovery is a distant goal, and the path is long and uncertain. But the people of Halcyon carry on, determined as ever. And what about you, the unplanned variable in the history of Halcyon? Long after Wells passed away, you carried on his work with more energy, determination, and brilliance than he could ever muster. The years that followed were hard, but Halcyon survived by the efforts of the Hope's most promising colonists, the greatest of which was you. No one knows what's happened to Earth, and no one knows what the future has in store for Halcyon. All we know for certain is this: the name of the Unreliable and that of its intrepid captain will remain the subject of countless stories for years to come.
Boy, there you have it, everybody. Didn't realize that I was that close to the end. Instead of looking at their credits, you could look at mine as I fade the music. Thank you for watching. Thanks for supporting the series. I suppose this is going to be the last episode. I really enjoyed it. Drop me comments below if what you think about this series and the path that I chose. Thanks for watching. Catch you in the next series. Adios.